Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. Guys, this is episode 15 and today I have a absolute banger and very informational video for you guys. I'm honored to be guest with Adam Ghali, who is here. Actually, guys, he's an American. So good to have an American here on the podcast for once, because obviously you guys know it's the American in Dubai podcast series. Episode 15, who would have known that we would have come this far from just starting this off as a joke to be, here, getting ready to have a beautiful conversation.
You're doing amazing.
So thank you. Go ahead, just give a little introduction to this camera here.
Okay.
About who you are, how long you've been in Dubai, what you got going on, and then we'll go ahead and get into it.
I'm Adam Ghali, 46 years old. I was born in Syria and migrated to America when I was 17. Lived there for about 23 years, started a business there. I started my own business somewhere around the year 2000. Owned, operated automotive dealerships. And then I turned into, then I went from the automotive dealerships to real estate. I've been investing in real estate, buying and selling, renovating, and I moved to Dubai about 2 years ago now.
So you've been in Dubai for 2 years.
And, 2 years.
Yeah. If I'm gonna throw you a real hot one right from the beginning. Like, what would you say your number one big difference between the States and Dubai? Because you said you lived there for 23 years.
Yeah.
That's just almost as long as I was there for 25.
Okay.
But it's the same amount of time.
Same amount of time.
Yeah. So what would you say is the biggest difference? Because a lot of Americans watch, but they don't know what the difference is between the two.
The biggest difference, I think, and it was one of the reasons why we moved here, is the social life.
Okay.
Having more connected to the culture, to the religion, to having not being raising my children alone. I felt where I can connect to people better here. Even though every culture has their downfall and has their up, but we felt that we can have more connection. Honestly, mainly more connection, more things to do, more options. I can talk in details exactly what is the difference between here and there. But of course, I have three main reasons why we moved here. Number one, my kids. I didn't feel in the last few years in the US, I have 4 children.
Yeah, same.
Alhamdulillah. I didn't feel that it is the right environment for them, especially the past few years. I don't want them to grow up into too much freedom. It's usually not good.
Yeah.
The saying of I can do whatever I want, that's not freedom.
Yeah.
So my kids, social life, and I saw the opportunities. I used to fly here almost about twice a year, and I saw the opportunity where I'm driven by accomplishment. So I got to the point where, okay, nothing is changing for me. What's next? Back there.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
I felt where things are on an autopilot in business, and that's not what drives me. What drives me is not money. What drives me is accomplishment. I want to accomplish more. And I felt this place, this region being centralized in Asia, in Europe, easy access to an international community where I can find myself better at this age.
Yeah. So that's very interesting. And I think like our alignments, they align the same. Like I said, we both have kids, and the position of where it is and accomplishment, that's something that I think all people should really consider and try to strive for. That's absolutely amazing. Now, to go back to the States, what state were you in?
Virginia.
I'm from Virginia.
No.
Please
No
wait.
way.
Once you started talking, I actually was thinking, hold on a minute. When you said Syria, I accepted Islam in Northern Virginia. You're from Fairfax.
Virginia,
You're from
church on the masjid, Dar Al Hijrah.
I know this, but I didn't accept Islam there. I was at the University Art Institute in Arlington.
Okay, I lived in Arlington.
Yeah,
I worked in Arlington,
and there was students who are studying at the art school who gave me the book.
And they are probably from this region.
Yes, they were. I think from Syria or Palestine.
Or there's a lot of people there. They go to school in the Washington D.C. district area.
Yes.
From UAE, from Saudi, from Bahrain, Qatar. So I grew up originally, I lived in New Jersey, New York.
Mm.
I moved to Virginia in 2000. So I was Jersey, Northern Jersey part 97, 98, 99, and I moved to Virginia in 2000.
It's absolutely mind-boggling
That's
that
crazy.
we're actually from the same place. Like I went to uni there. I was there from because I was raised in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
So when I went to university, I went from 2010 to 2013 in Arlington. And I was even staying on campus. It's funny because I remember like
which school is it? Where?
The Art Institute of Washington. You know Roslyn Station?
I know where Roslyn Station
right
is.
across the Art Institute.
Right by the courthouse.
Right next to the courthouse. Well, I actually have there's videos of me online, like my brother, like because before we used to make music videos and stuff like that.
I used to go to Cozy Cafe back then, was very popular. Right by the it's a small cozy cafe called Cozy Cafe.
I went. I was living there for a year and a half, almost 2 years. I went everywhere, literally everywhere. I even started working overnight job. Where this is so crazy, guys, that a lot of my revert stories, I always talk about the overnight job, me working with Muhammad, and that's right there at Clarendon.
Clarendon, yeah.
It's right in the. Crazy. That's crazy.
That's where I lived. I mean,
see, this is the reason why I didn't talk prior to the podcast.
I know.
So Virginia.
Yep.
So when you were there in Virginia, how is the real estate business there?
Real estate market in the US, it's always good. And especially being on the East Coast, West Coast, or down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, always have that 10-year bubble and then it goes flat and it goes back. And I say anytime you want to be in the real estate, it's a long-term investment. Yeah. What happened, everybody, including my friends, that lost money in the real estate, they not being patient enough. Where market goes down, they bought something, let's say he or she bought something now. And then 2 years down the line, the market crashed. They sold. You don't sell.
You never sell in the lows. No.
You have to look at it as a 10-year minimum as an investment where you can really recoup your money. You can get capital gains, unless if you're flipping your money from one real estate to another.
Yeah.
So,
and in regards to that flipping, I would say if anyone's watching out there, the flipping thing is probably better here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely better here than
quicker money, flip quick, remodel and sell quick.
Yeah.
Especially with the fast-paced Dubai now, this is the place to do it.
Yeah. But then you said renovations, right? Now, I think in regards to renovations, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, like in the States, there's more opportunities for renovations. As you know, that old historical Virginia, John Adams, the presidents, George Washington, all these old things.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
And here's why I'm smiling, because 2 houses we just finished in Winchester, Virginia. We turned 2 houses into 9 apartments.
What?
In Winchester, and that's where my business, by the way, in Winchester.
I know Winchester. Oh my goodness! I will not say on this video I know about Winchester. But when I was a kid, I was about I'll say it. I was like, I think I was 18 or 19, and I had online friends.
Yeah.
And me and my cousins and all of
so you went
we went to Winchester go meet my friend.
So I never thought I'll end up in Winchester, Virginia, because it's out in the west, close to West Virginia. Not just that, it doesn't have as much to offer like the northern Virginia. Next
I remember
to
when I went. I was like, "What is?"
Back when I first moved, it was 2011, I think. 2011. There was. No, not 2011, 2011. 2011. There was really nothing. I mean, changed a lot now, but it's still a small city.
Yeah, definitely.
So go back on the houses. They are the one we bought. In turn, they are historical.
Yes.
So we did the historical credit. We have to keep the front door. We had to keep some of the molding, some of that. And it's a great opportunity because the government gives you from 40 to about 45-46% tax write-off on your money when you put money toward the renovation.
But you just said a word that a lot of people don't understand. You said tax.
Yeah,
they don't know. They don't know that.
If you're talking about this region, obviously not. The tax is nothing here. I say it all the time. It doesn't even compare to U.S. taxes. Yeah,
it doesn't compare in the least.
Yeah.
I think that's absolutely amazing. Like, so it shows your. It shows your veteranness in the game. Talking about renovations, USA, on and on and on. For those people from my audience and yours
Uh-huh.
who are in the USA and they're watching or listening to this podcast, what is one message that you want to give to them in regards to uh like about potentially shifting from there to here? Because there's a lot of people who come to me about I'm thinking to move there, even NFL players. One
Yeah.
guy's messaging me, NFL player, and they don't have an idea, but you've done it. You're here. You're in
I've done
Dubai.
it. I'm here. The first thing I want to say, take it one piece at a time.
Mhm.
Explore your option first and don't go too quick.
Yeah.
The opportunity is there. The opportunities are there, but
Mhm.
take it one step at a time. Yes, you can make money. You can invest a lot of money in this region and make tons of money in the real estate, and it's not a bubble.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
They have not been building enough houses for the demand in Dubai, as you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's a true
The
statement.
whole world eyes are on Dubai and they want to move here. Look at UK, Europe. I have Italian employees. I have French employees in my company. Why? They cannot take it anymore.
Mhm.
People are fed up with the high taxes.
Yes.
I'm getting $1,000 or €1,000. I got to share 60% of it.
Mm.
And additional to that,
That's
I'm
true.
going to pay sales tax. I got to pay. It's a lot of money.
Mm.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So that's really the main reason why all of this, especially the surrounding area, I can tell you for American, they just start opening their eyes on this region recently
Yeah.
because it's
100%.
too far away.
We're a bit delayed. I'm not. I think we are a bit delayed. The Americans are a bit delayed. But I think now there has been some change. I think last week there was a little bit of change that happened back home, and and especially in
Yeah.
our region, there's a little bit of change. We won't go too deep about the
Yeah,
change that
yeah,
happened.
politics and
But
stuff.
I think that the Americans in the next 4 to 8 years will definitely be looking to this way. 100%.
100%, because the echo and the sound of this region start reaching out there
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
Before, it wasn't heard. It was heard in this region only.
And maybe it'll land UK.
Exactly. I'm talking as far as UK maybe, but US is far away. Canada, for example, I know a lot of Canadian now, they start moving already
Mhm.
because Canada got the tax problem way before, and the living, the cost of living, having everything expensive. So I have people actually, two friends of mine, they moved from here to Canada. Now they back after 14 years. They back here in Dubai. So
That's a
yeah.
long time. It
Yeah,
must,
and
it must be a serious thing.
honestly, they went there for their kids, for the
Yeah.
citizenship, because they originally Syrian, and with the war that happened in Syria,
Mhm.
the Syrian passport got to the point where it's worthless. You cannot
Yeah.
do anything with it. You cannot go anywhere with it.
Mm.
You're kind of rejected everywhere.
Yeah. When's the last time you were in Syria?
Last time I was in Syria, it was beginning of 2010 when the war happened.
Mhm.
I was there, and I moved 2009 back to Syria. I'm like, this is my home, my people.
Yeah.
No different between me and them. When it comes to culture and spiritual,
Yeah.
I'm all about that. So I moved in 2009. 2010, the war
Right.
happened, so I went back
Yeah.
to US.
Yeah.
And I moved for good. I'm talking about I closed my business, and that was back in financial crisis in 2008.
That was, yeah.
So 2008, the business was okay at the beginning of it. Then suddenly I went from super busy to nothing, to zero. And I
Mhm.
couldn't conduct business with nobody. And I don't want to just spend the money that I made. I decided, okay, maybe it's a sign from God.
I need to go there.
I need to go there. So I packed everything and I started a new life there
Yeah.
again.
So now I want to go deep on something.
Yeah.
When that happened, when that crisis happened in
Mhm.
2008, and you went from a high to feeling like not doing business with no one, and you went to Syria, what was the feeling like for those people who are new in business like myself? When you have ups and when the downs come, what advice can you give to a new business person when it gets tough?
When it gets tough the first time, it's really hard. But I can tell you, I rebound 3 times. I went from 2008, when I went to Syria, I pretty much lost everything. everything, the house, the business I started. I did a villa outside of the city that has all
Mm,
of my lighting equipments. I lost everything. So back in 2000, I started from zero. And then back in
yeah.
2010, started from zero again. And now back in Dubai, I can tell you.
2020, we because COVID.
So exactly, had COVID. I can tell you my advice.
Mm,
I don't know how to describe it. You have to be strong enough and you have to believe in yourself that, okay, not a problem. What is my way out?
mm,
The worst thing you can do to yourself is to fall into depression and think you can get out. You
mm,
cannot get out. God is there to help you and to guide you, but you
definitely.
need to make the move. Without you making the move, you're
Mm,
not going anywhere. If you're going to sit down at your house and cry about what happened or what you lost,
mm.
that's you get no result.
That's
You get
deep.
no result.
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. Yeah, guys, alhamdulillah. We're getting some gems here today. We're getting some definite gems, guys. We're getting some definite gems. Okay, so now let's shift it to, we talked about USA, we talked about a little bit of business there,
Yeah.
some real estate and things like that. Let's start shifting it to Dubai now. Here, you've set up a company here,
I
correct?
set up a company here. Yes.
What's the time frame? How long does it take to set up a company in Dubai?
I'll say don't even worry about the time. It's a question I get asked all the time,
Yeah.
right? I'm like, it's nothing. Don't even ask about the time. Starting a company here, it has no time. I'll say it's going to take 2 to 3 weeks. That's not considered any time because by
Yeah.
the time you travel, by the time you want to sign some document or get your medical test, your license is ready and waiting for you. Just
Mm,
started an investment company, for example. All what I have to do tomorrow is to go and sign.
yeah.
So starting a business is easy. Taking the initiative for most people is hard.
Yes.
I sit down with a lot of people. I want to do this. I want to start a business. I want to do this. I want to do this, and then they disappear.
Yeah. That's the worst
So
thing you can do.
having a will is not enough
Mm.
without the execution.
Mm-mm. So do not worry about the time. You just need to have a strong will
worry
and
about
the,
the
and
time.
the and the determination.
Even if I tell you now, okay, it takes 3 months to start a business. What difference does it make if you're not making a move?
Yeah.
Whether 3 months or 3 days. I can tell you, I confronted people. I sat down with some people because everybody, it's easy for them to talk.
Yeah.
Talk is cheap.
Mm.
I want to start a business. Okay, great. I'll have the license for you tomorrow. What are we doing next? Oh, no, hold on one second.
Mm.
So not everyone who says they want to start a business
Yeah.
or they want to make a move, they do make a move.
Mm.
And that's why it's only 1% success, not the 99%.
Yes.
The 99, they say it all the time. I want to be rich. I want to have a lot of money. I want to drive a Lambo. I want to do this. I want to do this. Great.
Mm.
What's your execution plan? What is the ladder you're going to take? Because you're going to start at the bottom of the ladder, no matter what are you doing.
100%,
You're not
100%.
starting up there. You're not starting up there and walking your way down. So the execution and steps to be taken.
Yeah, definitely. So in regards to Dubai, you've been here for 2 years. Top 5 developers in your opinion, like who you like to do business with?
And who I like to do business with as an investor and as a person who specialized in advising people what to invest.
Mhm.
First question I would ask you, what are you looking for?
Mm.
If it's for you, I will recommend something different than if it is for investment. What is your budget?
It's for me.
Okay, for you, for your family, you willing to spend more money?
Yes, of course.
Okay, you willing to spend more money for quality?
Quality, yes. Quality you have to have because like, okay.
Well, not every developer has great quality here.
Let's not talk
They
about
build it too fast.
let's talk about anyone in
not
particular.
name, but not everybody has
Yeah,
quality.
not everyone
You got to
has
look
quality,
at it this
yeah.
way, and that's why if someone comes in, I found something for $1 million. Yeah, I can get you the same thing for 500.
Mm.
But is it for you? Is it? But one thing we have to understand to differentiate both building,
Mhm.
when they built that infrastructure, it built based on codes, meaning the wall is a wall, the
Yes.
ceiling is a ceiling, the floor is a specific thickness of concrete.
Yes.
That's it. They are the same. Now it goes into, so meaning if you get in a cheaper house or cheaper apartment,
Mhm.
it's not going to fall.
Yeah, it
on you.
won't. No, it won't.
We're talking about the finishing at the end, the type of door, the type of wood, even the type of paint it's used inside, the appliances. That's where the price difference comes to place. You got some developer, they care about that. You got others, they don't. Why? It's not they not doing a good job. They have a market where I only want to spend 700,000 dirham, for example.
Mhm.
Okay, 700,000 dirham. That's what we offer.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. That is true. I'm gonna put it out there. My like, and it's funny because the company that I had the most success with since I've been living in Dubai, they're actually a Syrian based company. It's
Nice.
Tiger Properties.
Tiger Property. Yes, well, no.
They in Sharjah they
Okay.
started off, and then now they're making stuff in Dubai, even Abu Dhabi. You know, big shout out to Tiger. I've had a lot of success with them because I started off renting, and then I started off. That's how I got into secondary. So
Yeah.
all my most of my journey has been with Tiger. So that's how I pretty much learned a lot of the stuff. Funny enough, it's a Syrian-based company. So I thought I'd throw that out there. Big shout out to Tiger. And obviously, Tiger is marketing or targeting a general affordable
Exactly.
market. They're quite different than some other people I've had some quite good success with as well, like Ellington.
Yep.
That's they're high
Ellington showing
quality.
high quality. That's
Very
their
high
pitch
quality.
right
That's
now.
their
That's
pitch.
that's what they doing right now.
Yeah.
They creating, okay, you want a high quality.
Mm.
Ellington, it is. You get. I even visit their their office, and they
Mhm.
have a mock-up there, and I can tell
Yeah.
as a person who did the renovation, the minute I put my hand on the door handle, I can tell it's different than the others.
Yes.
So it's easy to spot that out when you're in the business.
Mhm.
And that's why they charge you more money. So I say it all the time, you get what you pay for.
Mhm.
It's no magic. You pay less, you get less. You
You
pay
pay
more,
more,
you
you
get
get more.
yeah.
And I always say the number one language that's spoken here in the UAE is dirhams,
Yeah.
and then English, and then Arabic. No.
Yeah.
But dirham number one.
True.
What do you think about? Just tell me, what do you think about this Ras Al Khaimah? Like, I mean, I haven't been out there. I went out there for a wedding, I think a year and a half ago. I haven't been back, but it's like I'm hearing a lot of noise about this Ras Al Khaimah.
I'll tell you about Ras Al Khaimah. My opinion in this region,
Mhm.
they are still underestimating what is a casino mean. I've
Yeah,
seen it.
we've seen it.
I've
Yeah,
seen it in
yeah.
Las Vegas. I've seen it in Atlantic City. I've been there
I've
many
been
times.
there,
I
yeah.
used to live in Jersey. It used to be an hour and 15 minutes to Atlantic City.
Mhm.
Now I've seen both sides of Atlantic City. The side that was hot and it was booming, and the
Mhm.
business was amazing. Taj Mahal used to be the number one casino over there.
Mhm.
Then I've seen the other side of Atlantic City where I went to it, and it was a ghost town.
Mhm.
Taj Mahal, where Trump, when he sold it, what happened, they gave a lot of license. Atlantic City used to be the only hub
Mhm.
beside Las Vegas as a big hub for gambling.
Mhm.
So there was too many license given in Maryland and New Jersey and Pennsylvania. So most people would not travel 2, 3 hours, 4 hours to the big Atlantic City for gambling. But I think it's going to bring a lot of business to this region.
Yeah,
A
I don't
lot
think
of
they
business.
understand, bro.
No,
Like
I don't
literally,
think
like
that
I
it's-
know. I think what is this one? There was a new one they built in Maryland when I was there. I remember being there going into
MGM.
MGM. That's
MGM
it.
next to the Gaylord Hotel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't go to the casino. I think back when I was in university, one day I went that way, and when I
Can I
tell
tell
you,
you?
it was ramping.
You know what was there? It was Oxon Hill, Maryland.
Oxon Hill, yes.
It's the worst, and the place was nothing, absolutely nothing. Go take a look at it right now. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I
And the
remember.
cause is the Gaylord Resort that they did over there, and then the casino, and that's it. And then you have now new shops. I mean,
Restaurants. I went to eat out there. That's where I went to eat.
Hotels, you name it. I used to take my kids there, and we used to. They have nice park. They have a lot of things, a lot of activities.
Of course,
It's not about the casino anymore. So
and that's what I think could potentially be the case.
Potentially, that's what's going to happen. Ras Al Khaimah is going to attract a lot of attention from Asia, from the Chinese. I would say the investment there, it's going to quadruple. I'm telling you, it's underestimated. It's underestimated. If you hear right now, if you are from this region, and I say Wynn Casino, what? Okay, great. It's just a casino. But if you've been in Las Vegas and if you've seen what Wynn's Casino mean, and then if someone telling you this is going to be twice the size,
and then think about it, safety,
and then the safety
and weather and
and
water
the weather, and it's all year round. Let me tell you this.
I know.
You'll be fooled if you get the opportunity to invest in Ras Al Khaimah and don't do it. Because if you compare the prices, it's nothing. Now you can't say, well, you know what, the square foot over there for 3,200, I can buy it in Dubai for 2,200. Listen,
they don't.
No comparison. You cannot compare it to Dubai now. You got to compare it to an international spot that has a casino. If you want to buy a nice penthouse or a nice apartment on the strip of Las Vegas, is it 3 million dirham? Nowhere close.
No way.
Multiply that by 4.
Yeah.
So, and that's why you cannot say, because I had it. I had an investor came from US, actually from Virginia, and almost strike the deal on one of the Ras Al Khaimah development. And other people change his mind based on, oh, you're paying 3,600 per square foot there. Ras Al Khaimah is nothing. You know, you can buy here for 2,200. Like, buddy, there's no comparison. You cannot compare it to Dubai. I'm not saying Dubai is bad, but this is a whole different element. Man. It's different.
And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I actually asked that question because I wanted to get your opinion on it. And like, sometimes for me, I feel like with communication, like someone from here can pitch something to me, but the communication with you is like, you actually, like we come from the same place.
Let me tell you this.
I understood what you said.
Something about the real estate really quick.
Yeah.
I was in the car business. I was working at VW in Fairfax, Virginia.
Okay.
I flew one day to Las Vegas and I bought 2 apartments on the blueprint. I put a deposit. Those 2 apartments I bought in Las Vegas made more money than any other apartment that I have bought in the past or after. So that will tell you what is casino. It's an entertainment place. It doesn't, and for the people who doesn't gamble, it's not about gambling. It become an entertainment.
It's entertainment
center.
Yeah. I've like, okay, so since we're talking about it, I'll speak. I used to work at Disney in 2009, and you're so right, because I worked at Disney in 2019. Now that, what is it, been 15 years later, 16 years later? The one thing I remember of my time in Florida was that we went to Tampa and we went near the casino. I don't even think we were gambling, but we went there because, like you said, there was entertainment.
Let's put it this way.
My
mother doesn't gamble. My father doesn't. I took him to Las Vegas. They had a blast because I took them to so many shows. Even the actual hotel, they throw in a lot of things, buffet, the food. I mean, there's so much to offer, even for the kids. So it's not about gambling only. Once people start sensing, oh, wow, we missed on the opportunity, it's too late.
It's too late. It's too late.
Because once the casino's up, one of the things I heard from someone, well, I'm going to wait until the casino's up and start scouting the area. I'm like, buddy,
that's crazy.
That's not the way how you invest, you know. You don't wait until everything get jacked up and then you're like, well, I'm going to pay more money. Now your capital gain is not there. Yes, you're holding on to the property. You're not going to lose money no matter where. But you don't have that high ROI where you can flip, talking about flipping like we said before.
Yeah, flipping. Flipping. Yeah, man, that's quite interesting, and I think you made me understand. This, alhamdulillah, you have a talent that you can make me understand. And I think it's the relatability because
it's an experience, not a talent. I say all the time, God, throughout my journey, God has shown me so many things, and that's what built my knowledge.
Yeah. Okay, let's shift it a little bit. So can so you're here with kids, right?
Yes.
Can you like talk just a little bit about family life and like the schools and stuff like that? Was it hard to transition here? Because we spoke about that, but now let's talk about life in Dubai. Was it hard to transition?
So let me take it one piece at a time. The hard part was to find the spot for my children in school. And that's why now, until this day, they go to 3 different schools. Okay. There's a wait list on all of the schools in Dubai. And hopefully this is one of the things they get to do more and more schools. Because as people walking in and coming and moving to Dubai, they especially now, more people with family and children moving to Dubai, they need more school. So we have the school right next door to us. It has 2 years wait list. It was very hard to get my children in the school.
Mm.
Now, the good part, which is I have a 16 years old and a 13, about to become 14 years old. I was concerned being a teenager as a kid that they're going to have problem to adapt.
What about like their curriculum that they had from the past? Was it easily translated here?
It's easy to. They all go to American school, so American curriculum.
Oh, American,
It's American curriculum, but the American curriculum here is much better. And
Say that again. Say it loud again. Tell me again.
American curriculum here is much better. It's true school. There's no school there anymore. You go to school, they slap a book in front of you. They want you just to pass. They care less if you study or not.
Sure.
They will give you A or B if you're an average student. This doesn't happen here.
You got to put in the work.
You got to put in the work.
And that's good for
And you need
kids
to push the children. If you give them the time, how are you expecting your child to become good? You're not pushing them on anything. Everything fall under the title of freedom. Don't study. Oh, honey, it's okay to fail. It's okay to lose. It become the society became where they celebrate if you lost.
That is true.
So what do you? And you know it's true.
I know it's true. I went to American school. I've gone to American school.
They celebrate. I'm looking at it. We went to a tennis game with my daughter once, and that was right before we come here. They were celebrating the other girl because she lost. I'm like, you gotta make her feel bad about something so she can improve.
Yeah.
How do you want a child to improve if you tell them it's okay, everything is okay? I'm completely against that.
Yeah. No. I feel
you gotta hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Gotta hold them accountable. You did that. That's the result of it. You need to practice a little bit more. You did okay. That's fine. You lost now. You shouldn't lose the next time because you miss your practice that day. You miss your practice. You're not practicing
Accountability.
enough. Accountability. Instead of telling them it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay not to miss the practice. It's okay to do bad at game. It's okay to be playing video games all day. And it's okay to be an F student. I mean, same thing.
Yeah. So the schools here are awesome. Yeah, that's amazing. One other thing I wanted to know, like, we have these like villa communities, right?
Yeah.
I always want to know, because you're a family guy as well. What are I would say mine first, and then you tell yours.
Yeah.
I think if it's the same, just say Just say something like it's the same. So my top 3 favorite communities: Tal Al Ghaf, Dubai Hills, and Arabian Ranches 3.
Okay. So I'm not familiar with the first and the third, but I know Dubai Hills.
Okay.
And here's why I know a lot about it, because Dubai Hills is centralized, if you notice, and very close to most schools.
Yes.
So I invested in apartments there. I have a couple apartments there, and I wish I did more. The way how it's positioned in Dubai, it's easy because you got to look at it. Most villa communities, they pushed out a little bit.
Yeah,
unless if you are in Jumeirah.
3,
unless if you are in Jumeirah,
2,
Jumeirah 1, Jumeirah 2, Jumeirah 3, which is well known.
District 1.
District 1. But talking about District 1, it's a great community. However, I live in Al Furjan, for example. It will take me more time from the World Trade Center, which is where my office is, get into Al Midan because of the traffic. Getting in and out of it is a headache.
But if you're coming from Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road,
from the back is different. But if you're in the downtown area, by the time you get to the back and by the time you loop around, it takes you such a long time. So I agree with you. I think I forgot the last one, the name of the community.
You said, was it Al Furjan?
Al Furjan. No, I was talking about the last one you named, the Arabian Ranches.
Arabian Ranches. 3.
Specifically
3.
Oh, I don't know where exactly. I mean, I know where, but I haven't been inside. Kind of.
Bro,
like I'm the kind of guy.
I mean, it's underrated. It's underrated. Really underrated. They have a few communities in there: Sun, Joy, Aura. They have like a lot. It's really nice. It's located on Sheikh Ahmed Al Nahyan Street. So Global Village. Global Village, you got Sheikh Mohammed, and then on the backside you got Sheikh that, and then you have Emirates Road. So it's positioned in between Emirates and Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Road. Excellent. I mean, that road is quiet.
So let me tell you this: I drive around a lot.
Okay.
To explore until this day, from the day I first moved, and even before I moved. There's a lot of nice communities, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many communities that and so many new development where people really haven't explored,
Yeah.
haven't seen. Even people who lives in Dubai, what I've noticed, when someone's staying in a certain area, they don't go
True.
out of it. So
True.
they know that area only. And then when they move because they get used to it. Us as a human nature, we want to stay in our own element,
Yeah.
something we got used to, and they stay in the same area. There's so much to explore.
Seriously.
There's a lot.
Seriously.
I know people have been living here for 20 years, and I name an area or a new development, they have no idea where. but there's a lot.
That's one beautiful thing though. I can like piggyback off that. I got a villa one time in Maidan 11, District 11, I
Yeah.
believe. It's like going up Al Ain Road, right behind, like kind of right behind the Shoba and Azizi Rivera and stuff over there on that side. There's schools there. The community is called the Census.
Okay.
The Census. And when I got there, it was still being constructed, but I had the villa. I was like one of the first people to go in to rent it out. And I'm like I fell in love with it. I was like, yo, this is so underrated. There's not full of agents.
Exactly.
These are all empty villas. And like I went inside and I was like, and this is decent. It's not bad, like, you know. And I was so impressed, like, and I put it online. And funny enough, it was that the person who came to rent it was an investor, so he had his villa was on rent, and he was renting this other place for the time being and things like that. And he was an amazing guy, like a big shout out to that guy. But like, yeah, man, and he knew that this location is good, this villa is good, this community is underrated, and he wanted to be there because he knew it was good.
Exactly. You have to think outside the box and explore where you live in. Just today, don't go too far. Have you been to Mohammed bin Rashid city?
Yes.
Okay, so I've never been. Today, I drove there by mistake. I entered the city and then I started driving around the new area. I don't know, phase 1, phase 3.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I was going to Creek Harbor and I drove there by mistake. I took the wrong exit. And you know, when you take the wrong exit in Dubai, you end up in La La Land sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
And I drove in and I was looking at the area and it's beautiful. I mean, you have to explore. There's a lot of nice places
here in Dubai. Yeah, definitely. So let me just 1 second, because I know we have time. Is there any specific messages that you have that you wanted to get out there or anything like that?
Not really. I mean, it depends. If you pinpoint it for me, it will be easier. If it's about investment, if it's about real estate, if it's about kids.
I think we spoke about investment, business, kids. Okay, this is mostly for my audience, and I don't know how many times I have to tell them, but we'll kind of go down this one. We spoke about the kids, but they want to know, like, and you be honest, how is it for you as a Muslim, being Muslim here? Like, how is it in comparison to back home?
Okay.
Like, for your kids, have you
Love
seen
that question? Great questions, by the way.
Yeah, because it's important.
I'm gonna tell you, it's very important, especially if you're talking about your audience. Hearing the adhan, in this region, is good enough for me to stay here. And this is where you don't hear it there. If you're the person who wants to keep the prayer, wants to pray 5 times a day, I can tell you, I couldn't do it there.
It's difficult.
I am now keeping my prayers because I can pray everywhere. And then I get reminded I'm the person who gets sucked in with work. And it's the wrong thing to do. But when you see people around you praying, when you see people around you, you go into the building and people telling you, mashallah, alhamdulillah, it reminds you with the existence of Allah.
Yes.
It reminds you that, oh, I got to pray al-Dhuhr, I got to pray al-Asr because someone said a word. So I don't know. Look, I'm getting goosebumps. I cannot speak enough about this because now you're living in a region where, okay, it's a Muslim country, the bottom line.
Yeah.
You hear the adhan, it's going to remind you. Walking in the mall where they stop all of the music and the adhan prayer and the calling for the prayer is there. You passing by a store and then you see a prayer room. So that itself,
Mhm.
it will keep you in line. It'll
Yeah.
keep you checked in.
Yeah,
Now,
definitely.
if I want to talk about my kids, you mentioned the
Yeah,
kids.
kids.
Okay.
Older kids. So your kids is
My
16,
son,
13. Mine are
okay,
little
16,
kids.
13, and
Yeah.
5 and 4.
Okay, yeah.
So I
I
have
got the
5 and
small
4.
ones. I
I'm
have the
sorry,
small
6
ones.
and 4.
Yeah, I got small
So
ones.
my son is 13 years old. He doesn't miss a prayer now. I did
Alhamdulillah.
not teach him.
Yeah.
I taught him, but I did not tell him we're moving to Dubai. Make sure that you're going to pray. He's hanging out with the right people.
Friendships are key.
Friendship. And then suddenly I start seeing him, Baba, don't you want to pray Aisha? Baba, don't you want to pray? This to me is everything.
Mhm.
You know, seeing you're 13 years old, that's you have tried, and you like,
Mhm.
you got to remember too, for a child, being against the environment is not easy. I'll give you
Yeah.
a perfect example,
Mhm.
very small example. I don't know if you know what zatar mean.
Zata, yes.
Zatar, okay, it's basically well known in Lebanese
Yeah,
culture.
yeah, I know this one. Yeah.
My son made a sandwich. He was, I think, 6 or 7 years old. He opens it in his school back in the state, and just one person, his friend, tell him, "Yucky, what's this black thing?" He never eats it again, and never take a sandwich again to school. It took me about a year and a half to find out, son, what is it about the food? You don't want to take food from our house to school,
Mm.
because I know he hates the school's food.
Yeah.
So pizza, old frozen food.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
American school food.
yeah, disgusting. So if you have children and you're considering moving to Dubai,
Mhm.
move for your children. Move for the sake of them really
Mhm.
seeing the true culture of it. And if you want to move back to the state, go ahead, spend about a few years here, and your children will change, and you'll never be afraid to throw them out there between the drugs.
Yeah.
Between,
They'll
I
have
mean,
if they grow up here and then you go
you
there.
got to build enough value in the child,
Yeah.
because it's like a mold. You can mold them while at this age right now,
Mhm.
but this age, someone else could mold them too.
And that
So,
environment
so
there,
that
you know that
environment,
environment there.
exactly.
A lot of people don't know about that stuff. Yeah.
I think it's now people who live there. If this is this message for people who live there, they know
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. They will
People
know.
who live here, they have no idea the easy access. My son came multiple times. Someone passed out in a bathroom because of alcohol. Someone passed out because of drugs, and I'm talking about a middle school.
Yes.
And we're not talking about high school.
No,
Yeah,
middle school. I know
you know,
100%. Yeah.
drugs, everything is easy access. And it
Mhm.
got to the point where it became overboard, where
Mhm.
it's too much. And not talking about the gun shooting, not talking about, I mean, right before we moved to Dubai, my daughter calls me from the baseball field and she goes, Baba, we're in the baseball field locked in because we had a bomb threat.
Yeah.
And K9 and SWAT team are at the school. Do you really want your kid to
To go
grow up
through
in
that.
that environment?
Yeah.
Because people look at me here, oh, you came from America. What made you move here?
Mhm.
America. I know it's great. Look, don't get me wrong. It taught me a lot of things, who I am because of US. But is it the environment where I want to raise my kids, especially now?
No.
No,
Yeah. 100%
no.
agreed. 100% agreed. And I think your messages and your words, it touched me as a, because I'm I'm right in the middle of both. Like I have my kids now, and then
Yeah.
I was raised in America, revert Muslim, and like you understand, like
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like most
Fully,
of
fully.
not many people who may watch me and things like that, they don't understand,
It-
but it's a real thing,
it's real, man. And
and I couldn't imagine
uh,
my kids being over there. Like
when your
alhamdulillah, I'm
child,
grateful.
how old your children now?
8, 6,
Okay.
4, and almost 3.
So you have girls?
2 girls.
Okay. So I have 3 girls.
You have
And,
3.
and let me tell you this. I was looking at him yesterday and hugging him and kissing him while they're sleeping. And all what I'm praying for, to send them someone that can take care of them.
Yeah.
And one of my saying I use all the time, you do not put your child in the jungle and cry out later and say, my child was eaten by a hyena. You put him in the jungle. Take him out of the jungle. Your chances are less at that point.
Yeah.
And the jungle, I'm saying, where you throw them in an environment where everything is easy. Your 8 years old daughter now or son, once it become to that teenage, that 11 and 12, that child become almost uncontrollable, because now your word means nothing. His or her friends means a lot. You only have to say things and show them things. They think, or you think, they're not listening, but they do understand. Your job is to keep saying it over and over again.
Have those basic principles.
Basic principles. Because at that age, they are right, you are wrong. They know better than you.
Yeah.
And it's normal. I remember myself, especially boys, by the way. It's harder, they push harder more than girls.
That boy, one that's about to be 5, that 5-year-old, that boy,
exactly.
I see a lot of myself in him.
So you only have to do the principle at your household. Yeah. And then you have to make sure at least they are in a fair environment where you think a good kid is going to come out of it. I think a bad kid's going to come out where I'm raising my child, to be honest with you. Yeah. I mean, the chances, I'm not saying they probably become the best kids ever, but the chances is higher. Being introduced to drugs is multiplied by millions more. I mean, it's accessible. When I say accessible, it's different. It's where some places it's hard to get, where some in US you can get it everywhere.
Okay, so that's absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna end it off with you like this, yeah?
Yeah.
I want you to give, because your kids are 13 and 16. Listen, I'm a content creator. You're making content. You're going in that direction. For the 2 older ones, just those 2, that a message they will see in 5 years. The one will be 21, one will be 18. You're talking about it. They may be in college or away from the home. Give them a message, inshallah.
My message to my own kids and to every kid out there.
Yeah.
Believe in your parents and believe in yourself. Your dad or mom will never tell you something that is going to be, it's not against your will. It's looking out for your own benefit and what are you going to be in life. And believe in yourself. The sky is the limit. And when they say the sky is the limit, it is the limit. What are you capable of? It's a lot more than what do you think. Never give up on your dream. Keep pushing and you will get there.
Mashallah, beautiful, mashallah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Bro, I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate it.
And
Thank you,
spitting these facts and stuff with the people. And yeah, guys,
thank you for
also
having
tell
me.
them where they can find you online, because this is for YouTube and this will be the audio one. Most of the clips will be there, but for you can tell them where they can find you. Everything, anything, your company, everything.
Instagram, basically, Adam Taher Ghali, AdamTaher Ghali. That's my Instagram page. My real estate company, I can't pronounce. It's A Ghali, my last name, which is long, aghalirealestate.com. And the holding company for my companies basically is called Prestige G LLC. You can go to Prestige G LLC and it shows all the companies I own and everything I have done in my life.
Prestige.
Yeah.
It's
the holding company. It's my main company in
but
US.
Is it because there's Prestige Real Estate
here?
Yeah,
the whole. This is basically the main company that hold my dealership. Winchester Mitsubishi, A1 Auto Service Center, A Ghali Real Estate, AG Vantage Investments. That's all.
Okay,
managed by us.
I ran into Prestige Real Estate. I was impressed by them.
Well, they should be Prestige, right?
Yeah, they should if they're called Prestige. But all right, guys. That's it for this episode 15. Alhamdulillah, it was absolutely amazing. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Turn on your bell notification. Leave your comments down below. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Make sure you subscribe. All right, guys. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.